We're back on the wild side, of course, with Deuce Complete. Deuce Complete is here on the wild side here on Wild Night Radio. So what are you guys up to? What are you going to do?
We got two more songs.
What's this one called? Oh, The Deepness.
The Deepness.
It's deep. It's deep.
It's deep.
Ready?
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Don't forget you can call studio air code 440-319-6264 or out of state 1-800-555-5015, or the message board is open. The message board's been there for a while. Just sitting there cruising. You got a message, put it on the message board.
We got one last song. One more.
The 12th song.
Came and played 12 songs. We came and played 12
Most
songs.
we've ever played in one day.
Yep. We usually play about 7 or 8 songs.
What's the name of this?
The Newcomer.
As Blood Wash Ashore.
Fucking son of a gun, this is fucking gas. Fucking cock. Right in the back.
Songs about
Just fucking son of a cat, Mr. fucking dead. God, God, God. Right in the murder. Check
I thought I was going to keep going on and on and on, so I was like, you keep quiet.
That wasn't part of the song. That was
That is
Oh, fucking around. Okay.
that was the song.
Again, don't forget to call studio and air code 440-319-6264. Of course, talk to Deuce Complete.
Did you see the one shock I got? That was like I got punched in the mouth.
When was that?
It was a shock I got. I got too close, and it was like I got jammed back.
I love to see it. Yep, I don't touch them.
I'm shock savvy.
Here, how many times? You got shocked a lot today.
I never got zapped once tonight.
Me neither.
Thank God.
That's how these cables are going bad. People shocking themselves.
One time he was electrocuted the shit out of himself at the studio, and I kept seeing him do it. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, I don't know. And I touched it and got electrocuted. He just kept doing it over and over, the one practice. He's like, I'm kind of getting used to it.
No, I think the worst shock I ever had was years and years ago. I was working on a television set, and I kept hearing this clicking coming out of the back of the TV. So I reached in and touched this wire. It felt like a hand had grabbed mine, and I was just sitting there trying to pull myself off it, and finally it blew me across the room. I ended up on the floor. I ended up falling asleep for a couple hours, waking up, and everything I touched, I was getting shocked.
It's like in Be Kind, Rewind.
I think it's called something else if you fall asleep a couple hours after you get electrocuted.
Oh, I was out for a couple hours. I was out cold. Here I touched the color transformer.
I watched my brother electrocute himself on a TV. It blew up right in front of his fingers. Everyone was trying to play with it. They're like, don't touch it, don't touch it. He got drunk one night. He walked up. Remember that, Mark? He walked over to it, and the back end of it exploded. The back of it just exploded and zapped him. He had hair then, so it was really funny.
Well, I had hair. That's why I think it fell out from getting zapped. Oh, my God. I never got so zapped in my life. Who the hell would stick a butter knife in a toaster?
I was young, like 8, 9.
Just to try it out?
Yeah. No, I was trying to get some stuck crust or something. Something was stuck in there. Just stick it in there for the hell of it.
Oh my
Stuffed
God.
crust.
And some food.
So Vince, you ever been zapped really hard? Other than
Yeah, I've been electrocuted.
We were at a Deftones show one time, tripping on mushrooms. Not me and him, but me and one of my friends, and all the kids in front pushed us at the Agora, the barricade, onto some wires, and we were actually getting electrocuted through the floor. In the mosh pit. There's kids out there that know about that show. All the people on the floor, it was like a crazy phenomenon. It was terrible.
I've got a few good ones at the studio. In my basement and in my house about 2 years ago, maybe about 3 years ago actually, 'cause we've been at the studio for 2 years now. But about 3 years ago, I was in my basement playing, and I took a real good one. It set me down for a couple hours. I had to just take a break. I didn't pass out or nothing, but it hurt pretty good.
Oh, I was out cold. I fell right asleep. I was out. It's like this machine here, but in back here. When I got it, it was in some guy's basement. He was going to sell it. He wanted $500 for it. Well, I went over there. It was in a basement. It was raining that day. I walked over and touched the screen and got a zap off the screen. I said, "You want $500 for this?" And it's shocking me. Well, I looked around the room and he had the cords going around the room, and the water was on the cords. So it zapped me, and I said, "Well, I can give you as $125 for it. I'll take it. I'll take it." Brought it here, cleaned it up, took and ran it to see what it was worth. About $2,000 used.
That's good.
It works. We just don't use it like we used to. In the wintertime, we use it more than in the summertime. So,
Yeah, we've been going through a lot of equipment at our studio because of the moisture problems. Things just break when it's that wet in a room and moist. We've got, like, we're wondering when we go to practice if certain microphones and cables are going to work. That worked the night before. And
Carpeting doesn't.
yeah, we got, it's just a mess waiting to happen at our studio.
where's your studio?
And I'm 62nd and Denison. It's a sweet building. It's a nice place. A great owner. It's just got some structural damage.
A
that
great
hurt.
odor, did you say?
A great owner. The guy's real nice.
Oh.
The landlord of the joint's
Talking
cool.
about like it's a baseball team.
Yeah.
The owner of the building.
Yes.
Building's hit though. It's
Those
on
stairs-
its last
Those
limb.
stairs are nothing compared to you. You said these stairs are going to be worse.
They're about similar.
No, the stairs at the studio are.
Yeah, we got some steep stairs too, and tight path to get down there and to get up for shows. That makes it always fun.
Is it the same building that everybody rents out for band practices and stuff like that?
This is a little one. There's a real big one
Right,
on.
Rock and Roll City Studios.
Yeah.
Rock and Roll City.
Yeah,
we,
that-
we practiced there for about 8-9 years.
Yeah, we were there for a long time. At
Yeah,
that
they got
building.
lots going on.
Yeah, there's like 70 rooms there or something. The building we're in has like 7 rooms.
That's good. I know because they get expensive. I know one guy was charging, what do you call it? When
Rock
you
and Roll City.
Yeah, was charging quite a bit.
It's pretty costly, but you know what? That place is clean and nice, and it's definitely worth the money. I think. I don't even like the guy anymore, and I'll say that it's still worth the money.
Gash.
He's odd. He's an odd person.
He fucking is.
Gash.
Nice guy though.
What do you say, Gash?
He calls everybody
He calls
Gash.
everyone Gash.
Yeah, that he was in the studio here with his. Well, his band was supposed to be here, but instead he came himself and brought like a video projector of stuff the band did and stuff. Really different. Really different.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't spoke to him in a few years.
Oh, okay. It was a couple years ago he was here.
Yeah, it's been about 3 or 4 since I've talked to him.
Again, studio 440-319-6264 or out of state 1-800-555-5015. And of course the message board. Any messages for the band you can put on the up there. Be glad to hoof it to them ASAP. Shout out your MySpace again for them.
Our MySpace is www.myspace.com/deucecomplete. DEUCE complete. Yep. We got it tattooed on ourselves.
You got it tattooed on yourself?
I have it covering up another band that doesn't exist anymore.
What band would that be?
Virtual Melodicore was like the Virtual Brutality's little brother.
They can't hear you anymore.
Virtual Melodicore was like Virtual Brutality's little brother, and that's underneath Blues Complete. You can see it a little bit. Harley did a good job.
Yep, he always does.
Where would you like to see the band in a couple of years?
I'm just hoping to play good gigs with good bands. I have no, I don't think we're going to get rich or no shit like that. I never think like that for any band. I just want to play good gigs in good cities and good clubs with good bands. And I'm happy making $50 a night and beer.
What about ticket sales?
We do those shows all the time. That's what we mainly do, but we're trying not to always do that.
So what do you think about that, the ticket sales?
I think it's got its place. It's got its place. It's good, and it's not that good because if you don't sell that many tickets, you're going to get a shitty time slot. But if you sell good tickets, you get a good time slot. So it's pretty good, and it could be bad.
Well, I still like to go back the old way. Bar owners sit down with the manager or whoever runs the band, deal a price, boom. They sell, what do you call it, door, you got to pay at the door, boom, and away you go.
Yeah, that's
But-
cool.
That's not happening too much as of late.
Yeah, I don't think that exists too much anymore. A few of them little clubs do that, though. A few of the little clubs that my one
Cover
band
bands
plays,
a lot, those-
cover bands do it a lot, but like some of the clubs do. Like we went to Buffalo and played at this place called the Funeral Home, which was actually a funeral home. Me and my band Fascist Insect, and they actually, it was just a funeral home renovated into a place where bands play. There was a stage and everything, and it had a nice built-in audience. And when you play little clubs like that, they usually give you like $50 and stuff, and it makes it worthwhile.
You guys-
Gas.
Do you guys mainly play Cleveland venues? Keith wants to know.
That's all we play
Yeah, we usually-
as this band, yeah.
Now, that movie you were talking about earlier
Yes.
that you're working on,
I'm going to be starting working on.
do you have a script already?
I have a huge script and a huge screenplay. The script is actually the lyrics to the soundtrack, and the screenplay coincides with the movie second by second. There's it's all based on chopped up scenes of killing. It's going to be sort of like a fake-umentary, but with real, reenacted scenes of killings randomly. There's a couple plots that unfold within the half an hour.
That looks like a shirt of someone that's been killed.
Yeah, someone looks like they've been killed in that shirt.
Slipped out of it.
That was a band called Disgraced. And the drummer, in black lighting, decided to make himself bleed. Well, how could you see yourself in black lighting bleeding? That's kind of impossible. This whole basement's in black light, so they really couldn't see anything. See, I wrote a movie script when I was in high school, and it's horror too. But it's vicious. Like yours, it's vicious.
It's going to be vicious. There's going to be just so many scenes of killing, and just utilizing people I know and stuff.
Mine
Yeah.
is more or less like a mind bender. It messes with your mind the whole time.
I wish I could do that.
The funeral home is where Vince tore his MCL.
Yep. I slid on a puddle of beer when we were done playing, and I was done watching Avulsion.
That must have been weird playing in a funeral home.
It was pretty awesome.
I think it's a perfect place
It's-
for that kind of music.
It's awesome, dude. It was the funeral home part. I mean, it had like two sides. There was like a hangout club side for like the bands and the people that knew and lived in the joint. The upstairs was the people who ran the joint's apartments, and the funeral home part was just the club. But they had like pool tables and foosball in there, and bathrooms were pretty hit though. But the place
Did it
was
have
pretty
that
sweet.
smell or no? The funeral home smell?
No, but
Yeah.
it had a smell of something, beer, and just because the place had about 6,000 beer cans already in it before the band started playing. Like they forgot to clean up before the show from the nights before show.
Well, that ain't cool. Well,
Yeah,
well.
nothing you could do. But it was still fun playing out there in Buffalo, and it's actually fun playing anywhere.
So Halloween is, like we're all saying, is your favorite time.
Yes.
Do you do makeup artistry or just mask?
I don't even know what I'm going to do. We're going to go see Suicidal Tendencies on Halloween night, actually.
No, I was asking, do you prefer makeup or mask when you do?
Both, I guess, because I've done both. I've done been the Road Warriors and vampires, and I've been doing this pumpkin mask guy now for at least 3 or 4 years. Not really on Halloween, but in the time.
All the characters that I played, because I actually built Variety Haunted Theater on the west side of Cleveland on 118th. I used to build that haunted house years ago, and I did the makeup artistry there too. I actually made myself explode in front of the theater.
It's tremendous.
Guts all over the ground and everything else. I've had my head split in half. It looks like one side of my head just laying there. It was gross. I actually went into a club across the street. They were having a Halloween costume contest. I went in as a San Francisco earthquake survivor when that big earthquake hit. I had plaster embedded into my head, my face all tore up, my shirt ripped apart, walked in, a puddle of blood following me into the bar, and they asked me to leave the bar. Poor taste. They said, poor taste, you got to leave the bar.
It's a good costume.
Oh, actually, to win costume contests, I stopped doing gore. That was my thing. I love gore. I had to stop it because I wasn't making no money. So then I started doing things differently, and then I started making some cash. Haven't done it in years. I should make some good money. I was making some good money doing that. I won with $2,000. I won trips, all kinds. I sold the trips. I never went on them, but just sold them.
That's awesome. I've never won nothing.
Hell, when you look at a guy that's almost 10 feet tall staring down, just this massive, huge thing looking down on the ground, you're like, what the fuck is that? I was inside of the costume. I built the costume around me.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was on stilts, not the type of stilts everybody thinks, them wallpaper stilts. No,
Yeah.
mine were handmade. And you could actually walk up steps with them. You could dance with them, do whatever. They were designed for that. I only fell once, and that happened to be a mining company years ago. And
Further fall.
Yeah, that's a big fall.
well, no, some jackass. They knew I was going to win, so I was walking on the floor, and they come by, and they were dressed as the corn. What they did is they stole all the corn from the poles and put it around themselves and clipped me as they went by, and I fell and hit the floor. I couldn't get back up.
Oh, man.
So I ended up taking them off, going to the bathroom. By then, it was done. I was pissed. I left. Fuck this place.
Damn.
I was a rip condom. 8 foot tall rip condom.
That's awesome. Can we take a commercial break?
Yeah, we can take a commercial break. We're going to commercial break right back with you here on the Wild Side.
For